You waited in line, you pressed that button, you have walked out with that ink on your finger, a badge of democracy. But have you ever wondered what happens next? Your vote does not just disappear into machine. It begins an incredible journey through polling booths, counting halls, constitutional corridors before it finally shapes the government. Polling typically runs from 7 am to 6 pm, though hours can vary by constituency. In remote or sensitive areas, voting may close earlier. When the last voter has voted, the presiding officer, a government official appointed by Election Commission of India, seals the electronic voting machine or EVM, not with a tape, not with a lock, with a legally accountable process. The EVM's control unit is closed and sealed using a special seal. Candidates' agents are called polling agents, and they must sign the seal. Serial numbers are recorded and everything is documented. The VVPAT, Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trail machine, is also sealed. When you pressed button for your favorite candidate, did you notice a device that printed you a paper slip showing who you voted for about 7 seconds through a transparent window? That paper slip is stored in VVPAT and sealed. It becomes very crucial if results are ever disputed. After sealing, the EVMs are transported under armed police escort to a secure strong room. This is typically a government building, a stadium, a warehouse, or a district headquarters. Armed CRPF or state police guard it 24 hours a day. CCTV cameras run non-stop. Candidates and their agents station their own observers outside the strong room, round the clock, to see who goes in, who comes out. No one, not even senior government officials, enter the strong room without formal multi-party permission process. EVMs can sit in that strong room for days or even weeks if elections in that state are held for multiple phases, like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, until the counting day. Counting day is one of the most electric days in Indian democracy. Across the country, thousands of counting halls come alive, each one handling votes from one or more parliamentary segments. It usually happens 24 to 48 hours after final phase of voting concludes. You are voting for state elections. You are electing MLAs instead of MPs. The counting day is set months in advance by the Election Commission. So who is allowed inside the counting room? Only authorized personnel like counting staff, returning officers, and official counting agents appointed by each candidate. Every person entering is checked. No phones with cameras, no recording devices. Outside, the supporters, media, and the general public wait, watching live TV updates, sipping chai, biting nails. The counting begins with a specific process. First, postal ballots. These are votes cast by military personnel, police officers on duty, senior citizens, and others who could not come to the polling booth, arrive by post, and are counted manually before the EVM counting begins. Then the EVM plotting starts. The returning officer presses the result button on the EVM control unit. A paper strip emerges showing total votes cast for each candidate in that machine. Round by round, machine by machine, the votes are tallied. Each round typically covers one table. Officials announce each round's number. Candidates' agents verify and sign off each round. This process can take anywhere from 4 to 10 hours, depending on the size of the constituency. After few rounds, partial results leak out through counting agents on phones, through official announcements, through the Election Commission's result portal, which updates in real time. Here is a safeguard that most people don't know about. After EVM counting, random samples of VVPAT machines are opened and the paper slips are counted manually. If the VVPAT paper count matches the EVM electronic count exactly, voting proceeds. If there is a mismatch, the EVM result is set aside. The paper slips become the official count for that machine. It's a painstaking process, but it is the backbone of trust in Indian elections. The returning officer announces the final tally and declares the winner. The winner receives a formal certificate of election. In parliamentary elections, the winner becomes the Member of Parliament or MP. And in State Assembly, the winner becomes the Member of Legislative Assembly or MLA. The losing candidates also receive their official voting counts. India's election results are among the most detailed public records in the world. If any candidate believes that the election was conducted improperly, they can file an election petition in the High Court of that state within 45 days of the result. Court can order a recount or in extreme cases, nullify the election entirely and order a new one. But remember, these are rarest of rare cases. Once all seats are declared, the tally is clear. In general elections, the party or alliance with a majority, 272 or more seats, is invited by President of India to form the government. Similarly, for state elections, the governor called the party with majority seat in state assembly to form the state government. From the moment you press your button to the moment the government is formed, your vote travels through sealed machines, armed convoys, guarded strong rooms, counting halls, and constitutional chambers. It is checked, verified, cross-checked, and publicly declared. India runs the largest democratic election in the human history. Millions of votes, thousands of constituencies, and at the end of all, a government is formed that, at least in theory, reflects the will of the people. Did you enjoy the journey of election process? If yes, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you.